Hey y'all, it's Chris, and welcome back to Creative Loops. This is my channel where I explore all things yarn, crochet, and sometimes knit. Y'all, I can't thank you all enough for the amount of support that you all gave for that hooks and needles video. I did not expect that video to blow up in the way that it did, and yes, for me, that I know it's I think it has about 15,000 views right now, which for me is insane. When I posted that video, I only had about 2,300 subscribers, which again for me that felt like a lot. And if you've followed me on here and have seen my videos before, you know that this is something that I do for fun. I started this channel with my son because he wanted to learn how to edit videos and he wanted to practice having a YouTube account before he could actually get a YouTube account. So for that video to be seen in the way that it was seen is just wild to me. I think just to give you a little perspective, I made that video because I was, I wasn't feeling well, and I was thinking about the final box that I received from them and was getting frustrated that I didn't see a designer listed for any of their patterns. So I wanted to look into who they are. And as I looked into them, I was surprised by what I found. I was receiving their boxes for an entire year before I thought to look into them. So I say all of this because I also want to make sure that I tell you all, please do not send negative messages or comments and emails to other creators. Use this video as an opportunity to increase awareness, to make sure that folks know what these allegations and concerns are with this company, and allow those creators the space to do their own research and decide what is best for their channel based on what they find. I never want any negative messages, negative comments to go to anyone, and if that is the message you got from my video, then you didn't watch my video all the way through. I don't blame any creators for being sponsored by hooks and needles. I know that it can be very challenging to make a living, and a lot of times our hobbies are how we make extra money. And so a lot of the creators that I know who have been sponsored by hooks and needles really believed in the concept that hooks and needles was providing and felt that it matched their brand and was a good fit for their channel. And so I don't blame anyone at all for accepting a sponsorship from a company like Hooks and Needles when, if you're taking them at face value, they're giving people what they say they're going to give. I want to use this video to also get an idea from you all, my new subscribers, my new viewers, what you would like to see from this channel. Every now and then my 9-year-old son Dante will be with me. I typically record really early in the morning, so he's not always awake, but he'll provide his thoughts and skills for editing these videos with me, and that won't change. That's always been how this channel started. Dante has played kind of a very integral role in encouraging me to make these videos, and you'll probably hear him every now and then in videos. Maybe not this video. It seemed like people really enjoyed the deep dive that I did on hooks and needles, and again, the only reason I did that was because I became very frustrated with what I found when I started looking into them. I want this channel to be a channel that people can come to and relax. I don't want to be the center of controversy or drama. So I I would love to do some more deep dive style videos on different crafting companies or topics that are out there. But I also want to, I don't want it to be focused on just the more salacious parts of a deep dive. I would like to do some deep dives into some companies that we can be proud of to support. I want to do deep dives into companies that really stand behind what they do and have a mission or vision and values that really align with what crafters are looking for. So if you are interested in seeing some more deep dive style videos from me, please let me know what companies you would like me to look into in the comments below. Let me know if there are any other subscription kits that you would like to learn more about that you think might actually be promising, or if there are other companies that seem really new that don't seem to have a lot of information available for them. Yeah, let me know what companies or topics you would like me to explore. And again, I want to increase awareness around things that I feel like crafters should know, but I also want to make sure that we're keeping things positive, interesting, entertaining, and in a good way. Not always in the direction of, something just not being right. I want to spotlight the things that are right as well. So to give you a quick update on some projects that I've been working on, what I'm working on right now is another hexagon cardigan, but this is going to be a pullover. So I'm making a pullover hoodie for my son, my oldest son, Jaden. Jay is also someone that I make a lot of clothing for. I made a huge blanket for him for Christmas last year that was Longhorns inspired. It was a corner to corner Longhorns inspired blanket, and if I have a picture we'll put it up here. But he loves these really oversized hoodies, so I'm making him an oversized hexagon hoodie. And that's, I was using Red Heart all-in-one, and I had three skeins of it. I had 3 skeins of the Red Heart all-in-one in this ruby red colorway. And the sleeve, I was able to do the whole sleeve, but then I ran out for the body. And I don't know if you notice, do you notice anything different? So these 3 colors here, these 3 colors here, these reds are not part of the all-in-one. So these are some scrap yarns that I had sitting around. I think one of them is Loops and Threads Impeccable. This brighter red is Mainstays, and then this darker color here is Loops and Threads Soft Classic. So just some scrap yarn that I had laying around to finish out the body and add length. And I have enough scrap yarn. I have some solid blacks too, solid black here. This is Big Twist. Yeah, this row of black is Big Twist value, so it's a lot of scrap. But I have more black yarn and I have more of the red yarn, so I'm gonna finish it out and add a hood. Don't have a lot more to do, honestly, because one side is almost pretty much done, and I just need to finish this side and then add some ribbing on the bottom and then add the hood. So I'm working on this as just kind of my go-to project right now. I did finish a shawl, which I'll put a better picture in here. This shawl, I made this for a coworker of mine, and I used the Bag O' Day crochet pattern. I keep wanting to refer to it as the Spiderman shawl because she kind of called it the Spiderman shawl a couple times when she was making it, but it has a different name, and I'll make sure that it's linked below so that you can check out that pattern. I used the video tutorial for this. So there's a video tutorial, so I'll link the tutorial because I did not actually buy a written pattern. I'm also working on the robe tutorial, so I'm hoping to post part 1 next weekend, and it will probably have 4 or 5 different parts, where the first part is just showing how to do the sleeve portion, then building out the body. I know there will be a separate part just for the hood, how to construct the hood. I'm working on it, and keep an eye on that, because that, I know a couple of you have been looking for a tutorial for that robe. I have also been inspired by Brandi from Moon Bay Crochet. She does these these granny squares based on animated Disney movies, and so we are a Marvel Cinematic Universe house, and so I started doing these granny squares based on Marvel movies, and so I've only done the first 2 so far, so I've been creating them in chronological order of when the movies were released. And so of course Iron Man came out first, followed quickly by The Incredible Hulk, and then we had Iron Man 2 that came out. And so this square is not done yet, but let me know if you can guess in the comments what direction I'm going in for Iron Man 2. I'm making a granny square Marvel blanket, and we'll see how that turns out. I do also want to address, I know that Hooks and Needles did respond to the allegations against them through another creator. While Hooks and Needles has not responded directly to me yet, the response that is out there doesn't really address all of the concerns against them. I think it really hints at or alludes to just those 3 designers that I specifically mentioned in my video as being the only people that are impacted by this, and that's not true. There are other allegations online from designers that are featured in their knitting kits as well as their amigurumi kits that are also alleging their patterns have been stolen. And if you look in the comments of my video alone, there's so many stories and experiences of people talking about how they found what they believe to be stolen patterns, and just their overall negative experience that they've attempted to share either with Hooks and Needles directly or with other crocheters, and their experience was either silenced or went nowhere. So I think addressing the issue with the 3 designers that I spotlight in that video is a great step, but I think it's important that they really assess their entire pattern library and do some more research around where those patterns came from, because it's not just those 3 patterns. I would really love to hear an update from Hooks and Needles on how they are really addressing these issues, because I don't want to bash companies. I would love to share some positive news that is coming from this as well. I did reach out to the original designers and asked that if they have any updates that they are willing and able to share, to let me know as well. I did hear back from one designer who said that Hooks and Needles did reach out to her, but aside from that, nothing else has been decided on or formalized, but that they have heard from Hooks and Needles. So that is promising, and I will hopefully, provide you all with a final update that is really positive and hopeful, and means that the company is going in a direction that supports small designers. But I don't have an update to give. So this was a very short video. I have to be honest with you, when my Hooks and Needles video started to do so well, I kind of got a little paralyzed and was like, I didn't know what to do. I did not expect that video to do as well as it did. And so I ended up not really being prepared for this video today, because I started to become really anxious. I started to feel like I needed something really good to follow up that video with, and started feeling like I didn't have anything good to follow it up with. But I appreciate the support so much, and I did really enjoy doing that deep dive. So if that is a style of video that you would love to continue to see from me, let me know in the comments below, and also let me know what companies or, again, topics you would like me to do a kind of deep dive on. And as I'm sitting here about to close out the video, I forgot one of the most important projects that I finished. Dante and I were working on a pillow together. We received in one of our mystery yarn boxes this, I think it's Lion Brand, and it's like their loop yarn. So it's more of a hand knit yarn than anything. I wouldn't necessarily call it crochet. I think I would call it more hand knitting. But we got that yarn, and Dante started working with it, and his goal was to make a pillow. So we worked on it together, and we finished the pillow. So this again is the yarn that we got in one of our mystery yarn boxes it was just these looped yarns, and together we made this pillow. So Dante was really, really proud of this, and I am really happy that he stuck this out and we worked on this together. But yeah, this is another finished piece that I wanted to share with you all. So with that, I want to thank you all again so much for the support. Please remember to be kind. I know there is a lot of conversation going on right now around hooks and needles and subscription boxes and sponsorships, but please give these creators some grace. And some of them have been working with this company for a long time, and news like this can be very shocking, and it can be hard to know what to believe. And so I don't expect anyone to believe me, just a random voice on the internet, over a company they've been working for who knows how long now. I want to encourage people to continue to do their research. I stand behind the information that I shared, and again, the 3 designers that I did feature in there told me directly that they did not give Hooks and Needles permission to use those patterns. There are other designers who have the same accusations about pattern theft that weren't included in that video because I had not been able to confirm with them, or was not able to find those patterns myself. So just know that it's not just those 3 designers that are saying they're impacted by Hooks and Needles. Thank you all. I can't say that enough. Thank you for the support, and keep those creative loops going, and I'll see you next week. Bye now.